Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Welcome to the award-winning In Wheel Time car talk show. Just ahead, we're going to talk to Sarah Vidria, president of the Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge. I hope I said her name right.
We've had her on before, haven't we?
We have, once before. Yeah. You'll hear my thoughts on driving the new 2024 Genesis GV80. I think that you'll be as impressed as I was. Pricing in particular is coming your way. Mr. Mars has this week's events calendar as well. It's just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. And I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this kind of a chilly Saturday.
It is. Windy this morning.
Damp.
Yesterday,
yeah.
It was hot and muggy. Now,
like you.
Not so much. Yeah, that's it.
Heavy on the muggy.
Yeah, apparently. All right. Let's talk to Sarah Vidria, president of the Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge. Sarah, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're pretty good. How are you?
I'm cold.
Well, there you go.
Well, yeah.
Introduction.
Where are you?
I'm in Dallas, or right next to the DFW airport. So it is definitely, I say, probably, at least 20 degrees colder than you guys, I think.
Yes,
noisy.
exactly. Well, we're feeling the chill down here, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of puts a damper on all things automotive this weekend.
It really does. But, we got to go through this to get to the good stuff. Mm-hmm. And actually, the past couple of weeks have been pretty good stuff for the most part. And, we got more of that coming up. So, please tell everybody that didn't hear the last time you were visiting with us, what is the Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge?
All right, so Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge is a club versus club bracket racing event.
What clubs do you challenge?
So we've got a little bit of everything. We've got GM, we've got, Ford, Chevy.
Those are all clubs within the drag racing world that you live in.
Yes.
Gotcha. And you are the president that kind of oversees these clubs?
I'm overseeing the race series.
The series.
So yes. So we are, I think, what are we at? 12 races this season, I think. Either 11 or 12. I'm going to calendar.
That's all right.
In a minute.
Yep.
So what we're doing is we are kind of traveling back and forth mainly between Extreme Raceway Park and Texas Motorplex. And then we are going to do a couple races down at Little River in Temple. And then we're going to do one in Ardmore, Oklahoma. And we are racing for points. So every event you attend, you get points. And as the further you go, the more points you accrue. So
is it whether you race or not?
You have to take the elimination run the first round to get a point.
Okay.
So if you break before then, which unfortunately has happened to me many, many times, you don't get your point. But on top of driver points, we are also accumulating club points. So everybody who races for that club that day, it gets put into one big pot for the club. So you'll see drivers out there that have got their numbers on their windows and they have a number and they have like a letter after it. Those letters correspond to our clubs. And ideally this is meant to be club versus club. It's all for bragging rights, of course, and trophies. But at the end of the season, drivers do get some really cool awards and get some cash if we actually do well during the season. We give it all back.
What classes of cars do you race?
So we've got anything from grocery getter, grandma's van.
All right.
Yeah.
It's me.
All the way up to, we've got one guy who runs a T-Altered, and I think he's probably our fastest car right now. Anything from mild to wild, you name it, we got it.
And so are there competitors within the club that race each other?
We try to avoid racing each other in classes as long as we can, but once you start getting towards, quarterfinals and up, you're probably going to race someone.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. And overall, how many people are in the club?
So for points wise, I want to say we had like 125 to 130-ish drivers.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
It is.
It is. Usually our events, we run probably anywhere from 120 to our big race every now and then at the Motorplex is like 100, almost 160 cars.
This is not some Friday night bowling league kind of thing.
And it's just a one-day event, right?
Yeah, it's just we try to stick to Sundays as much as we can. We do have a couple Saturday night races, just to give people something a little bit different.
But I'm just thinking 160 cars, and you're going to go through eliminations in one day. Things move pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
We do. So we start usually, gates are usually between 8 and 9, depending on the track. We're usually running by about 10 eliminations right after lunch, and then we're usually done by 5.
Now, do you guys are you melded into the track's race plan, or do you just rent the track out?
So we don't really rent the track. We do a profit share with them. So I get X amount off of a tech card, and they get the rest of it. Same with spectators.
It's like part of the gate. You're sharing the gate.
You get the gate fee. Yeah, exactly. And then at the away tracks, we try to run, we call it our cash bracket. So, hey, you want a couple extra passes? I think it's $40. We'll say, hey, local guys, let's come run this race, get some extra passes in, get some extra money for us, which we appreciate.
A couple of first passes, test and tune, and then you get it dialed in and then go.
Yeah, exactly. So our series, we give them 2 test and tune, or 2 time trial passes. And then we start eliminations. So you're usually guaranteed at least 3 with the tech card. And then once you are at least in one of our classes, you can run the cash bracket at the away races, and they'll get you at least 1 more.
Well, Sarah, what kind of rivalries are out there between the Fords and the GMs?
No, it's more along the lines of the Econoline van and the Savannah.
That's me. But are there good trash talking going on?
It just depends on the club, unfortunately. We actually, Team Ford, we have combined with another club as of the end of last season. We were always waffling back and forth on car count, and we just couldn't be competitive in the big class. So we joined forces with the Red River, I think it was Red River Car Club. And now we are the Red River Muscle Club. So we are kind of a split between Ford and Mopar.
Gotcha.
But we are making a run at the championship, so we're combining forces.
Do y'all get like leather jackets with your collars pulled up?
Right, exactly. No, last couple of years we have had GM Performance take the winning spot in the big class, and they knocked out our usual winner, who was the Cowtown Mopar team, and they had won it for I don't know. I want to say over 30 years.
Wow. Long enough, anyway.
Yeah. Long enough, exactly. And now GM's won the last 2. So you know what? It's time for somebody. It's time for Ford.
Yeah.
You mentioned larger class. I mean, is there are the clubs classified like that, like in different categories?
So we have a breakdown of however many cars you have on property that day. Usually, I think it's 16 cars or more puts you in the big bracket, and then 7 to 15 is like the little middle bracket, and anything less than 7 cars you're in the lower class. We try to make it fair so that we don't have one club who's showing up with 40 cars, and then points wise, the guy that's got 2 cars, you can't compete with that.
Does anybody actually race the tow car?
I have had to many times. Yes.
You've had to race the tow car.
That's funny.
See, I go way back, and if you didn't have something to race, hey man, unhook the tow car. We'll run that out there.
I've had to race a third stringer, man. It happens.
Third stringer.
Points are points,
That is
exactly. That's it. When you're competing in points championship and you're close, that every little point counts.
And it's usually those kind of cars that draw the most attention.
Run what you brung.
Yeah, I mean, like when Abilene was still open, I was my car had broke. I was borrowing a friend's car, and the altitude and the carburetor just didn't get along. So I ended up having to race my truck. And hey, I won that day.
What were you up against that Ford Econoline or what?
No, I think it was a Dodge Charger.
Really?
Electronics class of all things.
Oh my gosh.
stock truck versus electronics.
You see somebody and they got a car seat in the back.
The baby seat.
Yeah.
We have. Actually, I've seen that a couple times.
How much fun is that? So I would imagine that, and I'm just using my imagination here, that there are classes that don't have roll bars because they don't go fast enough. And then you've got, do you have any fire suit cars? I mean, guys have to wear a fire suit to race it?
Yeah, so we've got we call it the Corvette Corner Super Pro Muscle. So that is $6.99 and faster. That's 8 mile.
Yeah, $6.99.
Under 10.
Yeah, they're moving.
Anything under 10, you got a roll bar.
Yeah.
You run a quarter or eighth? I don't remember.
We do both. We run up the quarter mile up to 12 seconds, and then anything faster than that is 8 mile only.
Gotcha.
Nice. That's a nice move.
Yeah. Well, it is. If you're right on the border, though, it's not such a fun thing.
Yeah, we give a little leeway sometimes.
Yeah, because you got to put a different rear end in it
Or
if you're going to win.
it somehow.
Yeah.
Win
No, I was
the
just
8 mile.
thinking the safety factor and the time to run everything. If you're running $6.99 and you're trying to push a quarter, then you got to have a longer stopping area.
All of that.
All that stuff.
You got to have a fire crew down there.
I'm geared for 8th mile, and I've pushed it through the quarter, and it does not like it.
I'm sure it doesn't. What are you running? 8,000 RPM running through there?
I mean, it was banging the rev limiter probably at like 65 in third gear, like screaming at me. It's like, no more.
What is it that you're running?
I am running a 2007 Mustang. It is basically the only thing that's left stock in that car is probably the block's been replaced a couple times too, so not much.
So that's a small tire. You're running a small tire on the back.
Yeah, what am I running? Like a 2910, I think.
Okay.
If I remember right, it's blown, isn't it?
It is. It is stroked. It is blown. It is bad when it wants to be when it runs.
Do you ever find any Buc-ee's styrofoam cups in the back seat every once in a while?
No, I have this. I have my Buc-ee's. I have my big cup. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Absolutely. They ought to give those things away. Buy 1,000 gallons worth of gas and get a free cup.
Might as well have.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so you've got a race coming up in a couple of weeks. Where is that going to be?
We do. That is actually going to be our kickoff of the season. It's going to be on the 24th of March. We're going to be at Extreme Raceway Park over in Ferris, which is
Texas?
Ferris, Texas.
South of Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Up on I-45.
Yep.
Just north of you guys.
Yeah, just a bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not too bad.
How far is it from Ennis?
They're probably like 20, 30 minutes apart.
Yeah. So y'all never run at Ennis?
We do.
You do?
I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 races there this year.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I assume that the Ferris track is an 8th mile?
Yes, correct.
Okay. I'm just guessing this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But, and there's nothing wrong with an 8th mile, but, when you get to be old and grumpy like me, I'm the old traditionalist. I ain't going to race no 8th mile.
I need 16th.
I need to have me that quarter mile. You understand?
And in a slower car, I don't mind driving a quarter mile. I'll do it, but like mine, it can't do it.
Just takes longer.
Yeah, I can't. No, because it's.
It does. Like I go from like driving my race car to driving my truck. I'm just like, wait, are we moving? What's happening? Go.
Exactly. And so what are you towing? Are you towing the car? Or are you driving it there?
I do. I tow it. I took it off the street several years ago because I got tired of paying for insurance and registration for a car I drove 3 times a year.
Yeah. And what is the tow vehicle?
It is a 2020 F-150.
Okay. So it's a late model and towing a open trailer Ford Mustang race car.
Enclosed trailer, 24-footer.
Oh my!
Well, it's blown.
Yeah.
You just about got to. You got to do some
cover it up.
of it. Yeah.
It lives in the trailer now. It's good. It has a home.
That's good. Now, do you do the work on it?
We do to an extent.
Now you say we. Who's we?
Me and my husband. He gets roped into this all the time, which I'm sure he loves.
And what does he drive?
What does he drive race car too?
He has in the past. He used to race the tow vehicle whenever I was racing the other. then we had the kiddo, and now he's like, nah, I'll stay home with the kid. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go race.
Oh wow, very good.
That's good. Well, at least you've got that kind of relationship where it's okay. You go and race, and I'll stay home with the kid.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm gonna go take him to a movie. I'm like, cool. Because the kiddo, when he was younger, he loved coming out. Like, it was a car show for him. He was in heaven.
Sure.
And then now that he's gotten older, unless there's Wi-Fi, he doesn't want to go.
Well, how old is he?
Got to be a
He's
teenager.
9.
He's 9.
Almost.
Yeah. All right. How do we learn more about the Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge?
So best place to go is actually going to be our website, and that is TMCCC, so tm3cs.org. We've got a breakdown of all of our rules, all the classes, even got the awesome sponsors on there, including you. You'll notice on the webpage.
Yeah.
Us?
Very, very
Us?
much.
Little old us?
I know, little old you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we, let's see, there's a schedule up there. I'm working on getting some more pictures of cars up there too. Slowly but surely, I'll get there.
You need to have the in-wheel time machine on
There you
there.
go.
Talk about a tow vehicle. There you have it.
There you go.
Yeah, it looks
a
good going
picture.
down the highway.
Yeah, it's definitely a good 2-miler.
It's got eyeball.
It does, yeah. Well, Sarah, it's great to talk to you, and thank you so much for joining us today. Are you excited about the season?
I am excited because I am actually off for spring break this week. So I finally get to do the rest of the maintenance that I need to get done before next weekend.
So you must be an
Finally get my
educator.
car drivable.
Are you an educator? Are you a teacher?
No, I am actually an auditor, believe it or not,
Oh.
for environmental of all things. So it's kind of my offset for my drag racing.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trade out.
But we're both taking off, but we're going to do some maintenance on the trailer in the car and,
Get ready.
Spring cleaning.
Yep.
Exactly. Nothing like last minute of a week before, but hey,
Hey, it's better than the night before.
I have done
Sort of
that.
like us.
Yeah.
I had been on jack stands the night before trying to get it wrenched at midnight, trying to get it
We
buttoned up.
all have been there. Are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? Oh, my God.
Right.
We have to stay up all night. That's all right. We'll do it.
That's how the show starts.
Well, that's how this show starts every Saturday. All right. Well, Sarah, it's great talking to you. Thanks so much. Good luck with this season. We'll check in throughout the year and find out what's going on with you guys.
All right, awesome guys. Have a great day.
You do the
Thank
same.
you.
The Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge, tmccc.org. Get more information here. Hey, the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk.
Yep.
You can do that. We also video stream our 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts available from your favorite podcast provider. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving.
No, we can't do that. We're going to start that again.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000 square foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction company, returns to Houston, Texas, April 4th through the 6th at NRG Center, featuring 1,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, trucks, customs, and more. Broadcast on Motor Trend TV and streaming live on Max. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at mecum.com.
Okay.
We're sitting here chit-chatting.
We are chatting. The commercial's
You
over.
put that recipe.
Yeah, we were talking about going down to the Corvette Expo next week.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Leslie's got hotel reservations down there.
Oh, wow.
But the other issue is that I also, prior to even knowing that this was this weekend, that the Corvette Chevy Expo, months ago, I bought tickets to go see Gary Puckett and the Union Gap out at Main Street Station. Okay, what's
day
it
is
going to be? Saturday night. So we're going to go down there on Saturday morning and then drive all the way across the world to Tomball, Texas, for the concert on Saturday night.
But it's Gary Puckett.
Gary Puckett and the Union Gap.
Yeah, I didn't even.
So
know
we
they
need
were
to
still there.
coordinate with the ladies and what we're doing. And
I
all
don't
that.
know what. I don't know.
either.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll let them do that.
Yeah. Time now for the events calendar. Mr. Mars has that.
Speaking of which,
You got
next
60
weekend
seconds,
it
by the
is
way.
the Chevy Corvette Expo.
I just
Galveston
mentioned
Convention
that.
Center. I
Did I
know.
not?
Well, that was first on my list.
It's reiterating.
And our broadcast, we're going to be there broadcasting, and it's going to be sponsored by Mecum Auction. Then coming up on April the 24th through the 28th, Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Kickoff, we talked to Bobby and them earlier, kickoff in Victoria. It's a weekend of cruising Texas with 350 of your closest hot rod friends. May 4th and 5th, Keels and Wheels at the Lakewood Country Club. Classics on the grounds with resto mods and wooden boats in the water. Go to keelswheels.com. And then on June 7th and 9th, we're going to be at the Lone Star Street Rod Association State Run in Granbury, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
LSSRA.com for more information about that great event.
That's it.
That's it.
Time now for this hour's car review. I got to drive the 2024 Genesis GV80. If you're not familiar with it, listen up. I really did like this, and I would encourage you, if you're looking for something in this mode of standard SUV, midsize. This one had 2 rows, 3 rows are available. It comes in standard, advanced, prestige, prestige matte, prestige signature. I drove the prestige signature. This particular one had 4 bucket seats in it. That's it. It was bad to the bone. Exterior changes from last model year. Well, it was all new in 2023. Great looking front end with extra large, unadorned chrome grille. Also, extra large 22-inch wheels add to the modern look. Divided horizontal tail lights with the spoiler-style sunshade over the hatch window. Body sculpting is sleek with creases and sharp horizontal cues that all add to the beauty. What I liked, one beautiful design straight from a modern studio. What could use improvement? Nothing. I'm not a designer, but I'll tell you what, whoever did it needs a pat on the back. Interior highlights, sleek dash with a horizontal integrated air HVAC vents in it. Instrument pod is simple with a changeable display, whatever you want to put in there, except pictures. Optional quilted seating surfaces add an upscale elegance to the interior. Our 2-row with captain's chairs in the second row means modern elegance. I wrote that.
Yeah, very good.
Cargo trunk room, more than enough for a week's worth of luggage for 4 grown adults. What I liked, the adjustability throughout the cabin. What could use improvement? Well, the infotainment can be confusing at times, and the death knob controller above the shift knob controller is not the best idea. I can't tell you how many times I changed the radio station when I was trying to reach second gear.
Oh,
2 knobs.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, which is standard in the upper trims. It's an option in the lower trims. 375 horsepower.
Wow.
391 pound-feet of torque through an 8-speed automatic transmission. It will tow up to 6,000 pounds. Miles per gallon, 18 in the city, 23 on the highway for a combined of 20. I got 20.3 miles per gallon over 430.6 miles. What I liked about it, I like the power to weight ratio. It is perfecto mundo. What could use improvement? Well, you know, me being a hot rodder and all, how about a battery electric assist option to increase the mileage and the power? Just an idea.
Yeah.
If they hadn't thought about it, maybe they will now.
They will.
Ride and handling. Electronically controlled suspension. So use your imagination. What would you think that would be like?
It would be a soft ride, I would think.
It would be, yes, very controllable, very smooth, but superb.
Okay.
What could use improvement? Question mark on that. Base trim price, $81,500. Price as tested, $82,695.
Wow.
Base model price, $57,000.
Very nice. That's better.
Now, if you're looking for something in the competitive nature to this vehicle and price range, look for the Mercedes-Benz GLE class, starts at $60,990. The BMW X5 starts at $67,500. Or the Audi Q7 for $59,200. All of those, obviously, German cars. This is, ladies and gentlemen, a Korean luxury
Korean, yeah.
vehicle.
I was in it. I liked it. It was nice.
Ooh, buddy,
Beautiful car.
I'm telling you, it's not that often that I get to drive a vehicle that really turns me on, for lack of a better term. This one did.
And you're a driver. I mean, you
I am.
do that, so you get the aspect of everything out of
I
it.
do. Well, not everything, but almost everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll tell you. Have you driven this thing, Mars?
Not that one. I think it was a 60 that I drove, but I was really impressed with
Holy
it.
cow. I mean, this is a very nice, well put together. Now, as far as reliability is concerned, it hasn't been on the road that long. I mean, it was brand new last year. But this is one sweet ride.
Feels
Gee
really
whiz.
solid, well
Oh,
built.
my gosh, yeah.
It's comfortable.
Yeah, it really is. I enjoyed it a lot.
Very good.
If you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. We don't use your email for anything other than communication.
Send us an
We
email. Don't
send
shoot
it.
anything.
No, you're right. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We are back with a continuation of this fine radio program right after this quick break.
The original group of Lupi Tortilla Restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupi Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupi Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupi Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupi Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupi's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupi Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupi Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.